The students were working on their Father's Day poems. Good morning and welcome back to another day in Miss Sanchez's classroom. Today is May 8th, 2018, and today is also the day when hopefully the students will finish their Mother's Day poems and start on their Father's Day writing project. So I can't wait to share that with you and show you what it's all about and take you along with me. So I also have to think about another random act of kindness to do for tomorrow, since yesterday I went ahead and put together the random act of kindness for today so the teacher can discover it as she comes in the morning. Which, by the way, let me roll the clips of a couple of other random acts of kindness that I did and today's random act of kindness as well. So let me show you that right now. All right, so for today's random act of kindness, we are going to rack another classroom. And this is the classroom we're going to rack. And we're leaving them pencils for everyone in the classroom. So let's go ahead and put it on their door. All right, this classroom has officially been racked. I taped the pencils to the window. I put the sign under door. And there's the other set of pencils at the bottom. I can't wait for them to get it tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not going to see their reaction, but this does make me feel super happy. All right, hope they enjoy it. And I gotta be honest, it was kind of hard to do my random acts of kindness during the weekend because it was very busy, and I tried my best to go to Starbucks multiple times to buy the coffee for the person behind me in line, and it just didn't happen. I ended up sending a gift card to a teacher that I am inspired by on Instagram. So I sent her a Starbucks gift card as my random act of kindness for Friday, since on Friday I tried to go to like 3 different Starbucks and nobody was behind me. And then Saturday and Sunday it was kind of hard for me, like I said, because I was busy. So I am doubling up on my random acts of kindness. So this is another one that I will be doing today. And this one is $1 in quarters. I'm putting this little note inside, and I'm taping it to the vending machine in the teacher's lounge. So it says, "Smile, you've been racked. Use the enclosed change to get yourself a yummy treat. You deserve it." So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let's put it on the vending machine. I just finished taping the change to the vending machine in the teacher's lounge, and I can't wait for someone to come in either today or tomorrow and get their nice random act of kindness. So I hope you enjoy it, whoever you are. And just in case you're wondering, everything in this machine is $1. So this $1 in change that I am leaving is perfect change for anyone who finds it. They can get one thing out of the vending machine. So I really hope they enjoy it. The last random act of kindness that I'm going to do today in order to be able to catch up is this "You Matter" poster. And I put the little heart up here that they've been racked. Hope you enjoy these messages of inspiration and motivation. And basically it's a whole bunch of different messages similar to the ones that I have been putting on the Post-its. And I'm going to go ahead and tape this on the door of someone in the office. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Okay, here is the sign. I randomly put it in one of our office workers. Actually, this is the registrar's office. So when she comes in the morning, hopefully this will put a smile on her face. So this is my other random act of kindness to catch up on my 27 days of kindness. I hope she enjoys this and brings a smile to her face. So yeah, there you have it. Those are some of the random acts of kindness that I have spread around. And I can't wait to keep sharing more random acts of kindness up until my birthday, May 27th. So I'm very excited. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and work on a couple of things. And also, it slipped my mind. I thought that Fathers in Education was on Friday, but it's actually Thursday. So the students really need to finish both their Mother's Day poem and their Father's Day writing activity by tomorrow. I think they can do it, so that's not going to be a problem. So that everything is ready to go and we can get these nice writing projects given to their moms and dads. I also want to show you something that I got in my mailbox this morning. So this morning in my mailbox, I found this beautiful heart-shaped box of chocolates. And thank you so much to our administrative team who put this in our mailboxes with a beautiful heartfelt message. However, since I am allergic to chocolate because it has milk in it, I'm actually going to use this as one of my random acts of kindness. So I'm going to think about which student I'm going to surprise this with. So let me think about it and then we'll see. All right, so now I'm going to get some things together and I'll catch up with you sometime later. I'm not sure if we have specials today, but we'll see. I do know that my co-teacher will not be here today, so I am probably going to have to see how I can see the afternoon class. If not, we'll play it by ear, but I hope she's feeling better. All right, so I'll catch up with you later. It's now my lunchtime and I just took the students down to the cafeteria, and I have to say that it took me a little bit to get the Father's Day activity going, but once I figured out exactly what I wanted to do, it was good to go. I mean, I had the idea in my head, I already knew what I was gonna do, but I had to finalize the printables that I was gonna use for it, because it's not 100% original idea, but it kind of is an original idea because I wrote the poem. And just like the mom's poem was based on another poet's poem, and we just kind of used that structure to then do our mom's poem, this one is the same way, except that I'm the one who wrote the poem. And the students are now using that poetry structure in order to write their poems about their dads. So let me quickly show you what it is that the students have been working on. This is a poem that I wrote a couple of years ago, and it's a very simple poem because it's using couplets, so it has 4 stanzas of 4 couplets. So it says, my super parents, mom and dad are superheroes, I love them more than Cheerios. They really do have superpowers and even fly between tall towers. Their love they give in leaps and bounds, their hearts must weigh a ton of pounds. I feel so lucky they are mine, their superpowers through me shine. So the students are using this in order to be inspired to write their couplet poems on their dads. So what I did is I took that and then I printed it, and I did print it in black and white, and then on the back I created this as a rough draft. So my super, and just like their moms, they're gonna write whatever they call their dad, they're gonna write their name, and they're gonna write, I told them at least 3 couplets. The original poem, which was written by me, has 4 couplets, but I told them at least 3. So then after they went ahead and did that, one more thing, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. Before they wrote their rough draft, they actually brainstormed just like we did with the mom poem. So let me show you that right now. So this is my example of my brainstorming for my dad, and I used this to help me write my couplet for my dad. So I wrote, my daddy's like a superhero, his love is never below 0. His words of wisdom he gives freely and always wants to help me really. He's quite a strong and loving guy, his love for me I can't deny. So once they went ahead and did that, the students received this template. Now I know it doesn't look like much, but these lines are actually guidelines to help the students know where to cut. And on the inside, because they're gonna fold it, they have an S for super dad, and then they copied their poem here. So basically when they cut these lines, they're gonna fold the collar over, and then they're gonna create like a shirt. So let me show you my example. And I also created a whole bunch of different tie patterns as well. So this is one that's already made. See how the cuts, you can fold them down and then glue them in place. I glued the tie first, and then I glued the color down onto the tie. And when you open it, it's like Superman. It's like he has a dress shirt, but inside he's super dad. And then this is where I copied my poem for my dad, and then the only thing I have left is to color it up. Now, I did give the students an option between using colored paper, but I know that they prefer white paper, so that's why I went ahead and I gave everyone a white sheet of paper so they can do their own coloring, and they have different options. So here's another example. This one is using the white paper, and we're using one of the tie patterns that I printed in different color Astro Bright paper. So basically this is our Father's Day project that we're doing this week so that we can give to our dads on Thursday, and then our moms have their poems as well. That's what we've been mostly working on this morning. Now this is the resource that I was working with for the Father's Day project, and these are the different versions that I have. So this one says POW, and this one says BAM. And then this one has it on the opposite side. Pow and Bam. And these are the different ties and the patterns that they have. And this is another version without having you to make the collar for the tie if you just want a card, and then have the students maybe design their own shirt and the cover. I'm working on that, so I might just create another one where the students don't have to cut or fold. And I am thinking about putting this together as a resource in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. So they have all these different options, and here is the sheet where they did their rough draft. And the only thing I have left to add is my original poem. So yeah, that's basically what we've been working on today. And now I get to do it with my afternoon class as soon as I eat my lunch. All right, so it's the end of the day, and as you saw, the students were working on their Father's Day poems and the little craftivity activity that I put together. So let me show you some of my examples. If I haven't already showed you, I can't remember. I should have looked back at the video. But anyway, I wanted to show you exactly what I use in order to model for my students and show them how to do this assignment. So it all began just like we did yesterday. I gave them a sheet of paper, and this time they got green. Yesterday for Mother's Day, they got blue. And if you didn't see that video, I'll put a card up here right now so you can click on it and see it. But basically they put whatever name they call their dad or father figure, and they brainstormed different things that described that person. And then they used my poem example that I wrote a couple of years ago on my parents and how they were super parents, and they used that as a model to then create their own. Since my original poem uses couplets, they went ahead and created a couplet poem about their father figure, and I told them to have at least 3 stanzas or 3 couplets. Once they had this, which is the rough draft, so step 1 is brainstorm, step 2 is rough draft, they went to the final draft, which was to create this tie shirt with the tie and everything attached to it, and in size like superhero, like Superman, and they wrote their poem. They just copied what they wrote in the rough draft until their card. And the last step would of course be to color it. Now, a lot of the students didn't want to use the color Astro Bright paper, so they wanted to use white. So that's exactly what I did. I gave them a white piece of paper, and they were able to go ahead and create their card on a white sheet of paper, which they are then going to design it and have it look however they want. This is another example that I wrote with my afternoon class. This one uses 4 couplets in my example. And yeah, and I provided different color ties, and that's why you see the different color ties. There was one particular student that actually wanted a white tie, and he actually wants to create his own designs on it. So that's why he wanted the white tie. But as you can see, this is how their ties came out. Here it is, the white tie, so that you can see how he started to kind of decorate that. And yeah, they really enjoy this activity, so I can't wait for them to finish. Hopefully everyone finishes tomorrow, and this is my pile for my other class. And they can then take both this and their Mother's Day poems tomorrow so that they can give their Mother's Day poems to their moms on Sunday. And some of them are actually going to hang on to these until Father's Day to give to their dads. Oh, check that out. That's very creative. They used the scraps of paper to create a design on their ties. So that's pretty neat. So it's nice to see some of them and see this person already started coloring it in. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be all done tomorrow. And in order to help the students with their couplets, they do have access to our classroom desktop computer so that they can go to Rhyme Zone and find words that rhyme with the words that they are trying to use in their couplets. See, here's another design. Very nice. All right, so let me show you quickly the different ties that I made available for the students. So these are basically all of the papers that they used in order to make their Father's Day poem. So this is my poem, and I use a different border, which is the one that I will have available in the resource that I am creating for this. If you're interested, I will be sure to put it all together and put it in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. So obviously they started with their green paper. They brainstormed about their father or father figure. They read this poem and followed the format of the couplets to then write the rough draft on the back, just like I showed you. And then once they were done with that, they got this paper, which is a double-sided. See, the guidelines are right there. They fold it in half, like I have right here. They fold it in half, and these guidelines here in the back get completely cut out, and then these are just cut in so that, see, these are already cut in. You can fold them in together and make the collar for the t-shirt. Now, this is an idea that I got from Pinterest as to how to cut it and fold it. But I did put the template together in this resource. And here it is. And they have two variations. So one says BAM, and this one says POW. And these are the different ties that I just printed on different color Astro Brights paper. This is not cardstock. This is just a regular paper. And these are shapes that I created in PowerPoint, and I filled it with patterns. So I put different patterns on these ties so that the students can have different choices to choose from for the ties, and as well as color. The only color that's missing here is the light blue, like the teal one, and white, because some students want it white. So yeah, those are the different papers and resources that we use for today's Father's Day poetry activity. And I wanted to quickly show you how our door looks now at the end of the day. It is again completely empty. Good thing I just finished creating new Post-its to put on there, and I actually have some new ones that I can't wait to share with you, so let me show you that right now. So these are all the new Post-its that I just created today to replenish my door with. And notice that there's quite a couple of new ones in here, but some oldies but goodies that I put here. And I did the same thing that I did yesterday. Yesterday I had like 8 or 9 different sayings, and I just made 5 copies of each of those. So today I have 7 sayings, 7 different sayings, and 5 copies of each. So there's a total of 35 Post-its. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on the door, and then I'll show you how the door looks afterwards. So yeah, this one just has the awesome emoji, the one with the shades. Oh, I forgot to add the silver to the glasses. I'm going to do that right now before I put it up. And I was in the mood for mermaid stuff and pineapple stuff. I put be a mermaid and make waves. Never let anyone burst your bubble, and it's inside of a bubble. Dive deep for the treasure that you seek. Be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet. And shout out to my friend Jennifer from Glitter and Jams, who has a YouTube channel. I'll link her down in the description box below. And we also follow each other on Instagram. Hi, Jennifer. Check it out. I thought of you when I put this one together. And this is another Yoda one. In a dark place, we find ourselves, and a little more knowledge lights our way. I thought that was a beautiful quote, so I included that. And of course, may the force be with you. So let me go ahead and put those on the door, and I'll show you how it looks once I'm done. All right, I just finished putting all the Post-its on the door once again. So this is how they look all spread out around the door. And I like to take these videos because then tomorrow I get to see what happens by the end of the day, which is probably going to be that all of them are gone, since I did put some new ones. I mean, I really like a lot of these, and by a lot, I mean all of them. So yeah, I'm very happy with how the door turned out. And I wanted to show this great wall display that one of our 5th grade teachers that's right across the hall from me had her students make. And I believe these are sequential comics or pictures that go over the book Call It Courage. And this is a great, great story. I've read it in the past with my gifted 4th graders. I just haven't had a chance to do it this year. And there's some more here on her wall display on the side of her classroom. And these came out really, really great. So I wanted to show you their work. I just love student art. It looks really remarkable. And this is a book that I also wanted to do this year, but I just didn't have the time. And I would have had the students do a compare and contrast with the Disney movie Moana, since this book also mentions Moana as the sea god. So this is exactly what the 5th grade teacher did. She did have them see the movie Moana, and they did a compare and contrast, but this came out really great, so I wanted to share that with you all. And talking about student art, I wanted to quickly show you 2 students' artwork that was given to me today by them. This is all little cute kawaii food. It's super cute. And this is one of my students from my homeroom class that gave to me. It's super beautiful. Thank you, my lovely students. I love your artwork. So you remember the heart that I got this morning for teacher appreciation. I'm going to pay it forward, and I'm actually going to do a rack on one of my students. So I'm actually going to leave this heart on one of my students' desk with a little heart note that they've been racked. So here's the heart that I just made, and now I'm going to leave it on a random student's desk. I have randomly selected the student who will get this heart tomorrow morning. I hope they enjoy it. All right, so before I sign off, I wanted to quickly show you my teacher outfit of the day. I am wearing another cold shoulder shirt from Old Navy, and this one has like lace on the top. And my jeans are from Target. They're Levi Denizen jeans. And my shoes are the Anne Klein pointed flats. So yeah, this is my teacher outfit for the day. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and watching the activity that I put together for the students to also write a poem for their fathers. And my hopes is that they will be able to finish with both poems by tomorrow so that they can take them home. And on Thursday, when we have Fathers in Education come in, some of the students may choose to give their poems to their dads, or they can hold on to them until Father's Day. And then of course the mothers will receive their poems on Sunday, which I'm very looking forward to hearing how that goes, since some of the mothers work here at school. So I can't wait for them to see the poems that their children have written for them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you tomorrow for my other classroom vlog and show you what happens tomorrow as well. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and also let me know what you thought or any questions that you may have. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and as always, don't forget to smile. See you tomorrow.